Yeah, welcome to everyone. And if you've been following the sessions we've been doing so far, you'll know that we're up to the stage now where we're going to be looking at what you should be doing as a daily activity to actually make those connections and hopefully get some people interested in the business. Like everything, it's about consistency. There's no, it's not a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. It's about consistency and doing things over a period of time. So once again, we've got Rebecca with us. Hello, Rebecca. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. And what we found as well, we also got some other people who have been using LinkedIn. I know we've got Graham. You've been using LinkedIn quite successfully, so we may come and see what is happening there. So I'm just sharing my screen and just remind ourselves where we okay. And especially if you have got some background noise, if you do like mute yourself, that's really good because I can hear someone talking. Let me mute a couple of people and see if it's them. It could well be. So here we are. This is my profile, and it's what we've done all along is giving you the two versions. So there's myself that has got the all singing, all dancing, purple sort of like thing going on, and if I look at Rebecca's profile, it's the complete opposite. It doesn't mention utility warehouse at all, and that only stands to prove it doesn't actually matter which you have. It's all about making a connection, and then once you've made that connection, to be then speaking with the person. And then we were seeing how you manipulate, if you like, people who you can connect with. And just to show you this, and I've done that again, if you look at the views on my profile, just before we started, we achieved a massive peak by doing some activity, and then I let it drop. And then when we spoke about activity last week, I purposely went in, did some stuff, and lo and behold, it's peaked again. So there's lots you can do to engage with people and stuff like that. So what we're going to be talking about is what to do on almost on a daily basis. And as sort of like Rebecca goes through this, I'm going to see if I can just show some bits on here. So Rebecca, bearing in mind people have got limited time.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about some of the things, maybe your top 2 or 3 things that you do on a regular basis to create this engagement?
So I work on a 5-5-5 system.
Okay.
So I comment, share, post 5 things.
Okay.
I connect with 5 new people, and I commit to sending 5 new messages out, and that's every day. That's what works for me. If something a little less works for you or a little more, then you just need to kind of decide what works for you, really. I work in the little pockets of time I have, so that's kind of what I religiously do on a daily basis.
Okay, fantastic. So let's look at those one at a time. So first of all, 5 comments. So here we've got in fact, let's go on your profile. Here we got your profile, I think. Let me just no, let's do it on mine.
A sharer, I think. A sharer and a commenter. It's not very often I actually do a full-on.
So if we look at mine and we look at, this is sort of like, I don't know what to call it, the main body of what's going on here. So I can look at what other people have posted, what other people are sharing and whatever. How do I decide, or what do I look for to comment on?
Do you know what? Over the years that I've had my LinkedIn profile, I've obviously liked certain groups that I've maybe been interested in. And so over time, you'll build up the kind of all the posts that you'll see from different people and from your different connections. Yeah. So it will change over time, but I kind of like and comment on things that I agree with. You'll get some politics on LinkedIn that, you know, people are quite opinionated sometimes, but yeah. And I just literally scroll through my newsfeed,
Yeah.
and I will read some posts, like some of them, comment, share. You'll probably see from some of my activity that I like, I'm all about the positivity, especially through these crazy times we've been going through. So I kind of like to share a bit of positivity.
Okay, so we spent the last 2 weeks saying how professional LinkedIn is, and we've got this lady here. I don't know if you can see it. She's just dancing now. Would that be something you might comment on, or would that be something you
No.
by?
I'm all for positivity, and you'll see quite a lot of stories at the moment from people opening up about their kind of position that they've been in. There's been a lot of redundancies, and interview experiences, and possibly how they've got treated or anything like that. And I'm quite interested in that, really. So I might comment if I feel it's something that I can kind of maybe relate to.
So it's not all about, so the commenting side, and if we take this example, so this is Caroline. I know Caroline. Okay, so she's an estate planner, and she's put a post here, and I may well just comment on that for a couple of reasons. One, I know comments make the post get more views, if you like, because the algorithm works and stuff like that. So maybe just to help Caroline, I will comment on Caroline's post, because that's almost like a mutual thing. So I might comment something like, I agree, Caroline, it's always useful to have everything planned and sorted out, for no other reason than, one, it helps Caroline, and two, anybody else who wants to engage with this particular post will see my comment. And when they see my comment, they see the top strip again. So if they're thinking about planning and the future, then I'm thinking maybe they're also thinking about retirement and that sort of stuff. So sometimes it's just, it's not something that's just going to get a direct response. It's playing the long game.
It will cause people to go onto your profile and be intrigued about why maybe you commented on that post. So that's why it's also good, because you want people looking at your profile. And you might get a couple of messages out of it just by commenting on that one post. You might not, but you might. And
this is another example. So the Federation of Small Business is someone who I follow, because they're always posting good stuff. And more to that, as you can see here, they've got 28,300 followers, which you would think are all sort of small, medium businesses. And this is a government scheme here that they've talked about, and you can also see already the likes and the comments. So again, I might comment on that, one, so their followers might see it, obviously not all of them, and anybody who wants to engage with the post. And again, what is also good practice, whoever has commented, and let me just get all the comments. Is this applicable in India? Sometimes I just go and like the comments, because what do we know happens when we like someone's comment?
They will come onto your profile and have a good old rummage through.
Who is the person that has viewed my, and then you can go and view that, and it's almost like a bit of a game there. And also what I would say when it comes to commenting, and this is where, so I did see one earlier, this is where you can help your fellow UW person, but you've got to be a little bit careful. So this is Julie Tompkins, and Julie, I think, was on one of the calls. She's a UW person. So again, if you see a post from a fellow UW person, one, like it, and then maybe go and put a comment, because it helps with the how many views it has and stuff like that. Now, don't go mad on that. If you see a comment and already 50 UW people have commented, then you don't have to go crazy. But it does help the fellow UW person. If you see a post, then do go and comment on that. So anything else to add with commenting on posts?
No, you'll get it into your own little routine with kind of what you want to comment on.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong, like we've said all along. So if it's something that you can relate to, comment and like it. And, you know, like you said with the fellow UW partners,
Yeah.
you know, like and comment and follow them.
Cool. Excellent. And so then we've got, what did you say? Connect? Is that you like to connect
Yeah,
with?
5 new connections.
Okay.
So what I like to do, I started off when I was quite new to LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
I started off with the people that I know.
Okay.
Then I moved on to the people that I can relate to. And so, you know, my background is in retail and beauty. So I can, especially in retail at the moment, it's, you know, there's some dodgy companies, you know, on the brink.
Okay.
So, you know, they're people that I can relate to. And now we briefly spoke about it last week, I think. And if you type in the search bar, looking for new opportunities,
Okay.
there is a lot of people that are looking for new opportunities. So I like to kind of have a little look through them.
Okay.
And again, if I can relate to them, then I'll want to connect to them and then I'll send them a message.
Okay. So we've got here, so we've just typed in literally looking for new opportunity. And we got David there as well, Tracy, and you would literally just connect with them?
So yeah, I may send them a message before when I connect, or I might just connect with them without sending a message. And what I tend to do is with my daily activity, this is like a few months ago, but I tend to make a little list.
Right. Okay.
I'm kind of a list girl, and basically it's kind of rubbed off now, but it's color coordinated.
Right.
So one, have they accepted my connection?
Right.
Then I'll message them because I want to keep a track of my daily activity.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of work. So I don't connect with, you know, I don't send, you know, 30 or 40 new connections, maybe.
Okay.
You know, I try and do a minimum of 5, but I like to keep track of them.
Okay, that's no problem. And you can see here, and one thing is worth noting, if you saw when I pressed connect, it came up with another box saying you can send a message and stuff like that. Yeah. I think it works different on a mobile phone. So if you're on a mobile phone accessing this, you can just connect to as many as you want. So
yeah, because it doesn't actually give you that option on a mobile, that message.
No. So the other thing that you can search, you might think of industries or jobs that have been suffering quite a lot, and I've picked wedding planners only because wedding planners tend to be real good go-getters, no nonsense people, and their industry is really struggling at the moment, really struggling. And remember, you can do this by location as well, so you can put in a location, but you can search here and you can just get lists and lists of wedding planners. So if wedding planners are your thing, then you can go and connect with wedding planners. What I also found that works really well is almost to do it industry at a time, because if you're having conversations with lots of wedding planners, you get to know what makes them tick, some of the things that you know is happening in the industry and whatever. And if someone has a conversation with you and you go, oh yeah, I know that because, or yes, and you can relate to them, it just helps building that rapport. So that's on sort of like connecting with people. And I do actually just want to bring in, if he doesn't mind, Graham in this respect. So I'm going to unmute Graham, because I know, Graham, you use LinkedIn quite a lot. You've recruited people off LinkedIn. What do you do in terms of searching? Because I know you search as well. What is it you tend to search for?
Yeah, I'd start off by saying I've got too much time on my hands, Lloyd, and everybody out there. So I've been using LinkedIn for quite a while now, and I've actually, over the last few months, especially because I've been shielded as well, so I'm definitely stuck in the house, I've put over 1,000 contacts into my...
So what is it you tend to look to search for?
Well, I know we say to people, don't get hung up on the news too much. You know, go and have a look at the news once in a day. But when you can pick up quite a bit of news just by monitoring LinkedIn.
Okay.
And where companies like Npower, for instance, going bust, Robin Hood Energy. So I'll actively go and search those companies, find people that are working there, and then approach them.
All right, that's again a good strategy. So companies you're hearing that are maybe making redundancies, go and search for people that work for those companies, and then it will. Yeah, that's a fantastic tip. Thank you very much.
What I would do from there as well, Lloyd, is firstly I'd ask them if they're still looking.
Okay.
In a message. Obviously they've connected, so I'm then going to say, can I inquire, are you still looking for work right now?
Yeah.
And then I'll ask them as well if they're prepared to repurpose the current skill sets.
Okay.
So that helps as well.
Yeah, fantastic. So I think the thing we're saying here is that there's lots of ways to search and find connections, and there are millions and millions and millions of people out there literally looking for opportunity or looking for different things who's got the right skill set, and it's just a case of searching them out. So okay, so that's 5 comments, 5 connections. And what was the third thing you did?
5 messages. So the people that I might have connected with the day before may hopefully have accepted me. So then I can send them messages. So with my messages, I might be working a day behind. So I will send them a message. Hopefully they've accepted my connection. And I've done some different scenarios. So especially lately, so if there's somebody that I have looked at their profile and they are looking for new opportunities, I might say something really quite vague, and then because I've used this message, and what I've found is they tend to reply but open up. Then we started kind of chatting and building that rapport. So I just put, hey, Mr. Blogs, let's say, thanks for connecting on here. How's everything going for you at work during these crazy times? And then they tend to, they might reply, yeah, I've been looking, not had much luck. And then kind of, I would probably go in with, are they looking in a specific industry? Because some people are really specific. They want to stay in an industry that they know, aren't open to hearing about any other opportunities. But 9 times out of 10, people in that position are open to hearing about all opportunities. So then you can kind of start to build that rapport.
Yeah. And how do you then turn that in to an appointment?
So I will probably back and forth about 4 messages, and then I will quite openly ask them, are you open to hearing about an opportunity? Take about 20 minutes. And I'll kind of base it around that and plump it up a little bit.
But that's based around what they've said, really. So you're using back what they've said to add some context to it.
Yeah.
Cool. And so you set up an appointment and you just do what? The normal appointment presentation?
Do the normal presentation. I will say that I did start off doing it via Zoom, but I just do it via WhatsApp now. So you will need to make sure that obviously you get their details. And one thing I have found is that you will always, it's rare that you'll get somebody sign up via LinkedIn that you've just spoken to on that first appointment. You'll always need to book in that follow-up appointment. That's what I've personally found when I've been doing presentations with people who I've found via LinkedIn.
And again, we talked at the beginning that the key was the consistency. So this 555 you do every day?
Yeah.
Do you ever do more than that, or is it just?
On my days off, I tend to do a bit more than that. But 555, when I'm working, you know, 8:30 till 6:30, that, and I come home, cook dinner or whatever, that 5-5-5 works for me. So it might be that actually a 2-2-2 might work for somebody else. Or you know, you need to do what works for you, but in the little pockets of time I have during the week, but on days off I'll tend to do more than that.
And how long does that typically take you?
Not very long, about 20 minutes, half an hour max. So I will, when I'm working and I come home of an evening, I will allocate that 30 minutes, but no longer than 30 minutes. So, you know, it might take me 10 minutes, it might take me 20, or it might take me 30 or whatever. But.
Okay, fantastic. And again, just so we get a different perspective as well. So I just want to bring in Graham as well, just to talk about the initial, if you're sending a message. So you've now connected with someone. Is there anything you want to add, Graham? Maybe if you do anything differently in terms of what you say to build up to that appointment?
Yeah, I'm basically, my whole thing is to get them on the phone initially. And with that, I look to build the rapport. And the way I put it across to them is, because the business I'm involved with is very much a people business, then I just say, would you mind me asking you 1 or 2 questions? And I've never had a no to that yet. So I basically say, are you a family man or a family lady? Children? Do you, what sort of hobbies do you have? What do you like doing outside of work? And so just, you know, 1 or 2 simple questions like that to build the rapport. And then I actually, depending on how I feel with the person, you know, I can even do a takeaway straight away, which is, well, look, you probably won't be interested in this, but you may know somebody that is. And I've been reaching out for the last 6 months, looking to help people. So that's what I'm all about. And I do that in a couple of ways, but it's a very visual thing. So to show you that, if you've any interest at all, we would need to get together online for 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. So that's, again, a nice gentle thing, same sort of process, building that rapport and then getting on to doing a presentation. I guess that's where we ultimately want to go. We want to go to presentation, so we can, you know, then that allows the ratios and numbers and all sorts of things to happen then. So that's fantastic. Thank you very much for that.
They just made me aware of something else as well, and I think Rebecca's idea of the 5-5-5 is really good. And just to make everybody aware that you can actually get banned. And like I said, I've got too much time, so I've been banned a couple of times.
Oh, have you? Wow. Okay.
Because you actually, and this is banned with regards to how many connections you're making with people.
Oh, okay.
Because they class you as a professional recruiter, basically.
So, well, that's...
But I'm talking there, sorry, Lloyd, I'm talking there about, you know, doing 100 connections a day, that sort of level.
Cool. So you can get into LinkedIn Gel then, is what you're saying. So
yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Graham. So what we're going to do, because we've now done 3 weeks. If you're watching this live or you're watching this on recording, it doesn't really matter. So we want to actually build and help people develop and build their profile. So we have set up a little WhatsApp group. So anyone who wants to join that can do so. Just message me or message Rebecca and we'll send you the link to that. And the idea is to go and build your profile and start doing this 5-5-5 a day and just see how we can help each other build the profile. What I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks, again, just as an ongoing test and whatever, I'm going to change my whole profile away from UW. Okay, to make it much more generic, because I think let's just bring back Graham, see which side of the fence he sits in. I think, am I right in saying you've got a totally generic?
Yeah, I'm hiding.
So you're hiding as well. That's fantastic. Yeah. And just again to mess around with it and show you what we can do. And I think the big thing is to really just play around with this and see how it goes. And there is no actual right or wrong way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just open up the floor. If anyone's got any questions, you can, I think you can unmute yourself and ask questions. But has anyone got any questions for Rebecca on the activity, what we talked about, the 5-5-5? Anyone? Cool, fantastic. That's what we like to see. So do drop me a message and I will send the link out to anyone anyway. But what we will be asking in the group, so don't join if you don't want to do this, what we will be asking in the group, if you're in the group, shall I say, we are going to search and look at your profile and see what you've been doing and stuff like that. Not from a point of view, I see Joe's sweating there already, not from a point of view of you know, judging, from just point of view, you may be doing something, or you maybe have stumbled across something that works really, really well, that we want to steal, we want to use it, we want to benefit from it. And LinkedIn is big enough that we can all be on there. We can all be on there doing stuff and getting benefit from it. And the most important thing is, if we're doing it in the right way, we're not going to get this bad reputation. Oh yeah, it's those UW people who are just, you know, doing that and stuff like that. So I will send that out and I will get that across. And yeah, do join in, because we want to see how people are doing. So Rebecca, last word from you with regards to the whole activity thing as a whole. Maybe just a top tip. And in your opinion, where it can actually lead to if you do this well and do it consistently in terms of bringing in new team members?
Well, that's the thing. If you do it consistently, it can lead to, you know, bringing new partners into UW. Yeah. And, you know, not everyone is going to want to join, and that's absolutely fine, but just don't get disheartened, because it's, you know, I've messaged a lot of people and, you know, got some successes, and yeah, you just need to be consistent with it and keep going.
Okay.
And you'll learn. So if anyone wants any kind of ideas for messaging or anything like that, then also I can put that onto the WhatsApp if you want me to.
Brilliant, fantastic. And obviously in your profile, do connect with Rebecca and everybody else on the group. So again, we can see each other's posts, and if I see a post, then I'll go on and like and comment, because I know it helps with the exposure and stuff like that. So what we are going to also do is probably going to do another Zoom in about a month's time. So we're going to track stuff on WhatsApp, and then maybe in about a month's time we'll get back on Zoom and see where we all are, and see if we've had any fun with this and if it's worth keep doing. So yeah, fantastic. So thank you all for coming on, and those who've been on for the last 3 weeks. I hope you've found some value. Thank you very much to Graham for your input today, and then Rebecca for your fantastic input over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And let's get out there and let's go and get those points. There's holidays to be won, there's turkey to be eaten, there's cars to be got, and everything like that. So enjoy the rest of the weekend, and we'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.